Varsity Media offers live streaming, videography, and photography services for all teams and individuals of all ages. In business since 2010, we are the trusted source when it comes to sports media coverage. If you have a big game that needs to be filmed or live streamed, or an athlete in need of action photography, reach out today and save 15% when you mention this ad. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Stretch Flow specializes in neuromyofascial stretch therapy and was developed by Kyle Collier during his work with thousands of patients over the past 10 years. Our techniques are specifically designed to help your body recover faster, improve overall function and mobility, as well as bring your body into balance. After our sessions, clients have experienced pain reduction, elimination and reduced inflammation in the joints, reduction in stress, improved athletic performance, better sleep, and more energy overall. You can try out Stretch Therapy for just $30. That's 50% off our intro session using the code VARSITY. Call us today to schedule your appointment at 516-336-9627. Are you tired of constantly having to adjust your lacrosse stick during the game? Let the experts at String It Up in Huntington take care of it for you. At String It Up, we use the highest quality materials and techniques to ensure your stick is game ready every time. Visit them today at 41 Stewart Avenue in Huntington Village or on the web www.stringitup.com.
We welcome you back to Laval Stadium here at Stony Brook University, the site of the Long Island Boys Lacrosse Championships. And here on Varsity Media, we have the pre- and post-game shows. It is presented by the folks at Stretch Flow. A pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to our coverage, all from morning into evening. Dylan Butler, Brian Soper now alongside, and the Class D champion has just been crowned. It is Cold Spring Harbor, yet again 8-2 victors over Mattituck, and I guess the cream rises to the top when it comes to the Seahawks.
As a representative of Class D, coaching for Oyster Bay, crowning a great champion there in Cold Spring Harbor, very proud of the way Mattituck held tough there and played Cold Spring Harbor. Made it a much tougher game than I think a lot of people thought it might be.
So let's get you right to those highlights of the Class D championship game. It is Mattituck in Cold Spring Harbor. Mattituck looking a lot like the old school West Islip guys, right, with those color schemes. And from the very beginning, it was Cold Spring Harbor putting on the gas. There's the one more, and there's Roy Testa going sidearmed. Or there's a first save, excuse me. Sammy Bruno now turns, fires, and there's the goal for Matt Donaldson. Cold Spring Harbor again, moving the ball around. How about a little bit of Reagan Riley from McGloin? That's 3-0. Brady McKean gets involved too. Switches hands, the bouncer with his left. 4-0 Cold Spring Harbor at this point. And how about one more? A little bit of Alex Bauer getting to the cage.
Sophomore.
Yeah. And Testa, by the way, an 8th grader.
He scored the first. That was a big one to get Cold Spring Harbor started when Mattituck came out playing tough and the goalie was making a lot of saves.
These guys look like they've done this before.
Old hat, Coach Bond.
Cold Spring Harbor, the celebration.
Death, taxes, and Cold Spring Harbor and Coach Bond celebrating a championship.
Yeah, I think those are all the things that we know to be true here on Long Island. We'll have a few of those guys with us now on the field with John Perez, a few of the Victoria Seahawks.
All right, guys, I'm here with game MVP Carson Kershaw, he's not made out of brick, even though he was fantastic today between the pipes, and the 8th grader as well, Roy Testa. And Carson, we'll start with you. Coming into this game as a goalie, Mattituck, a very good offense. You were able to shut them down. How'd you do it?
I just watched a lot of film. I didn't want to look ahead at other games. Kind of just focus on this and get as many reps in at practice, extra shots after practice, before practice, and just kind of get dialed before the game.
What can you say about the defense, too? Because it really seemed like you guys were just clicking as a whole and might have made your job a little bit easier, too, with the way that they were playing.
100%. Our communication was really good today, knowing where their threats were at all times and kind of just knowing where the slides are and kind of just pushing the shots to the side, making it my job easy.
The man standing to your right's only an 8th grader, but he didn't play like it today. What did you think of Roy's performance?
He's a stud. I mean, that's it, all I got to say. And the backhanded goal speaks for itself, you know?
Roy, tell me about that backhanded goal and break it down for me.
I thought it was the right opportunity to do it. It would have been harder to shoot overhand, and I've been working on it. So I thought that would have been a great time, and just went in, and it's great.
When you've got an offensive mindset and you know that your goalie's in lockstep with the defense, how much does it kind of calm you down in the rest of the team?
You know, it's awesome, and we don't need to be rushed in those situations. So then when we get the ball on offense, we don't need to rush anything. We controlled it. We were winning our matchups, and then that's why we won.
Carson, I'll end it with you. When you think about this particular year and this particular group of guys, what's going to stick out to you the most?
Ooh, great question. I'd say it's just playing with the same defense growing up and finally seeing the product on the field now. Just the best reward, you know? Dreaming about it growing up.
Exactly. And Roy Testa said that this is the first of many, so he's putting it on publication right now, too. We also have, guys, a couple of swag bags for you as well, courtesy of String It Up right there in Huntington, actually right down the road from Cold Spring Harbor as well. Ben Turchin will hand them out as well. Let's take a look at the camera, too. You can get the swag bags over at String It Up, one of the proud sponsors of Varsity Media as well. Guys, we'll kick it back up to you with their Dylan and Brian Soper.
Awesome stuff. Congratulations to Carson and to Roy as well. And it's an interesting one, too, because, part of the pregame conversation was a little bit about how these guys can live up to the previous teams. And it's almost impossible, right? And we've heard from Dennis Bond during the season, he didn't want these guys to be too worried about those early season losses, losses to Farmingdale or to Manhasset, or to look at your record at one point. I think they were 7-5, right? That's not Cold Spring that we know. And that was kind of on these guys, and it was bothering them, just kind of living up to that legacy.
Yeah, I think that just symbolizes, the idea of a program. You see down there, you have an 8th grader and you have an upperclassman. It's just they expect to win, and they expect to win in big moments like that. And I think Coach Bond challenging this group and playing a tough schedule like that, and to be able to lose some games but then continue to get better, right? This Cold Spring Harbor team has gotten better throughout the whole year, and it's tough. Being young on offense is tough, but it takes a defense and a great defensive coach and goalie to get the job done.
Make no mistake, though, Testa might be young, but he's old. He's an old man freshman. or an 8th grader, excuse me. Dad Brandon, obviously an All-American at Bethpage at Johns Hopkins as well.
Yeah, and his uncle played at Hofstra and coached at UMBC. Uncle Justin was a Pole at UPenn, so the kid has grown up with a lacrosse stick in his hand, and his IQ is through the roof. And I'm sure the backyard looks like a lot of those backhand goals there.
I think next might be Pleasantville. I think that they're through. That's going to be a fantastic semifinal. The state championships next week at Hofstra.
Yeah, knowing Coach Bond, he's got the whole everyone's scouted. There's game plans that are ready. There's no one who does it better than Coach Bond, and his kids really respond.
That'll do it for the Class D. And again, congratulations to Cold Spring Harbor, champions in Class D. Manhasset, champions in Class C. That's 2 for 2 for the boys from Nassau County. Can they make it 3 for 3? Are their Dalers going to beat Northport? Here is your lineup the rest of the afternoon. It's the big boy lacrosse Class A final, 3 o'clock. Farmingdale and Northport, and then a couple of blue bloods, right? Garden City, West Islip. I think between them they have something like 17 or 18 state championships.
Yeah, and Farmingdale's back. The Dalers are back. It's been 2011 since the Dalers were back in it. Northport's become that program.
They're looking for a three-peat.
Program that everyone looks up to, and West Islip's back. So it feels like Long Island lacrosse when those teams are good.
That's good to have you back too, buddy.
Yeah, it's great.
We'll take a quick break, and there they go. The champions of Class D, Cold Spring Harbor, walking right into our set.
Yeah, the blonde playoff, the tradition is there, alive and well.
So congratulations again to Coach Bond and the Seahawks, champs again. When we come back here on the Varsity Media Sports Network, we will break down the Class A final, which could be a classic between the Dalers and the Tigers of Northport. You're watching all the pre- and post-game coverage of the Long Island Boys Lacrosse Championships on all of our platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course here on our YouTube channel as well. Varsity Media Sports Network has you covered. Back after this.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Are you a local business looking to advertise? Well, Varsity Media is the perfect place for you. We offer affordable rates both inside our live stream broadcast and through our social media channels. With coverage all over Long Island targeting the 16 to 54 demographic, why not take advantage and advertise today? For pricing and inventory availability, contact us today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Stretch Flow specializes in neuromyofascial stretch therapy and was developed by Kyle Collier during his work with thousands of patients over the past 10 years. Our techniques are specifically designed to help your body recover faster, improve overall function and mobility, as well as bring your body into balance. After our sessions, clients have experienced pain reduction, elimination and reduced inflammation in the joints, reduction in stress, improved athletic performance, better sleep, and more energy overall. You can try out Stretch Therapy for just $30. That's 50% off our intro session using the code VARSITY. Call us today to schedule your appointment at 516-336-9627. Looking for a competitive edge on the field? Look no further than String It Up. Our expert stringers have years of experience in crafting the perfect pocket for your playing style. Whether you prefer a high pocket or a low pocket, we've got you covered. Get the edge you need to dominate the competition. Visit String It Up at 41 Stewart Avenue in Huntington Village or on the web at www.stringitup.com. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Are you a local business looking to advertise? Well, Varsity Media is the perfect place for you. We offer affordable rates both inside our live stream broadcast and through our social media channels. With coverage all over Long Island targeting the 16 to 54 demographic, why not take advantage and advertise today? For pricing and inventory availability, contact us today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Stretch Flow specializes in neuromyofascial stretch therapy and was developed by Kyle Collier during his work with thousands of patients over the past 10 years. Our techniques are specifically designed to help your body recover faster, improve overall function and mobility, as well as bring your body into balance. After our sessions, clients have experienced pain reduction, elimination and reduced inflammation in the joints, reduction in stress, improved athletic performance, better sleep, and more energy overall. You can try out Stretch Therapy for just $30. That's 50% off our intro session using the code VARSITY. Call us today to schedule your appointment at 516-336-9627. Our expert stringers have years of experience in crafting the perfect pocket for your playing style. Whether you prefer a high pocket or a low pocket, we've got you covered. Get the edge you need to dominate the competition. Visit String It Up at 41 Stewart Avenue in Huntington Village or on the web at www.stringitup.com.
These are the scenes from Laval Stadium here on the campus of Stony Brook University as Northport looking to try and complete the three-peat Not easy, certainly in Class A, because they've got the Dalers on the other side. Farmingdale back in the Class A championship. We're so excited to bring all of this pre- and post-game coverage for you right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And a huge thanks, of course, to the folks at the Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation, whose mission is to spread the positive spirit of lacrosse and support the highest ethical standards for all participants through annual initiatives, which include targeted grants, scholarship programs, lacrosse educational clinics, and events to raise awareness and resources in support of the game. Season-long sponsors, certainly Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation. We are so thankful for them. So it's Dylan Butler, John Perez with you, and Jared Veluzzi on the field. This is one of those that you listen, you look forward to all the games, obviously.
Of course.
But when you kind of see the body of work, right, between Northport and between Farmingdale, and this is Class A, right, the biggest schools, this is one that we were really excited about.
And selfishly, too, seeing them in person over the last couple of weeks, too, Dylan, you could just start to see as the season really came down to a head that Farmingdale and Northport were really locking in. A lot of people said for Northport, how can they get back? You look at the teams in front of them, and we'll look at their bracket in a second. There's no way that Northport can come back. There's absolutely no way that that's going to happen. That's not true. Northport said, we're the Tigers, the mighty, mighty Tigers, 3-time defending champs for a reason as Northport. And then we saw right on our own airwaves, too, Farmingdale just knocking aside every team that they faced so far. Good wins over Syosset, Southside, and even the rivalry game, too, at the middle school over Massapequa. But as you take a look, I mean, it's just littered with Northport. They're always in this game and always hovering around a title.
Well, certainly recently, right? And you saw from those champions, right? Like there's always sort of been this a little bit of a changing of the guard, right? West Islip on the Scotty Craig and those guys early on. And then you saw Ward Melville, right? An incredible run as well. And now Northport. Listen, if you can get 3 straight Long Island championships, like you're right there among the best programs of all time. So a lot leaning on it for them. But as you said, they're facing a Dalers team. They are hungry, man. They haven't been here in quite a while, and they're looking to, they're not just here to enjoy the ambiance, right, as you see how the Dalers got here.
Farmingdale looking for their first Long Island championship since 2011. They knocked off Plainview JFK and then Syosset, and then this was a good one. Farmingdale and Port Washington. Let's go to the highlights. Farmingdale had to get through Port Wash. Dalers get off to a good start. Matt Cangelosi, the LIU commit, back of the cage, 1-0 Dalers. Moments later, Dylan Meta, future UAlbany Great Dane, makes it 2-0 Farmingdale. Now 4-0 Dalers in the second. Pole goal alert. Matt Pantorno, future Jasper, makes it 5-0. We move to the fourth. Caden Lennon scores his 40th goal of the year. 10-1 Farmingdale. They'd go on to win it 11-3. First county title for 2011 for Mike Hungerford's crew. As Farmingdale today takes on a very good Northport team. I mean, Dylan, they have been fantastic as well, and we'll get to the Suffolk side when we come back on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media @Varsity Media.
Now is the time to order a college recruiting video with Varsity Media. College recruiting videos can save thousands of dollars on college tuition and help land a spot on the team. Our videos include your best plays set to music with spot shadowing effects to help you stand out from the competition. Contact Varsity Media today and mention this ad to save 15%. Call 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net.
I think there's a lot of high-quality coaches that are involved with this whole entire program that bring a lot of experience and knowledge.
We evaluate them where they are athletically and also lacrosse IQ. And from there, we were able to develop them as best we can to the highest level they can get to.
Like all the competition's just greater over here.
All the teammates, we get along very well. We play really hard together.
Hey, hey! Oh, good look, James! Ah! Oh, Liam, for the win. Oh, good luck! Yes, sir! We'll wait for that, Charlie. We'll wait.
Stretch Flow specializes in neuromyofascial stretch therapy and was developed by Kyle Collier during his work with thousands of patients over the past 10 years. Our techniques are specifically designed to help your body recover faster, improve overall function and mobility, as well as bring your body into balance. After our sessions, clients have experienced pain reduction, elimination and reduced inflammation in the joints, reduction in stress, improved athletic performance, better sleep, and more energy overall. You can try out Stretch Therapy for just $30. That's 50% off our intro session using the code VARSITY. Call us today to schedule your appointment at 516-336-9627.
And we're back here at Laval Stadium on the campus of Stony Brook University as we count down the minutes to the Class A championship. About 20 minutes right now before Northport and Farmingdale face off. We showed you, John, how Farmingdale got here. And Northport, listen, Farmingdale got here as the favorite.
Yep.
Northport absolutely did not. Listen, they came in as the number 3 seed in Suffolk County. Let's take a look at the Suffolk bracket now. And you see Connecticut and Ward Melville, they were the top 2. So we didn't exactly expect 3 and 5 to meet in the championship game, but alas, there we are. We'll show you some of those highlights now of Northport and Smithtown East. And listen, the 5th seeded Bulls of Smithtown East, they've pulled off 2 upsets. They beat Huntington. They beat Connecticut looking for number 3. And Brandon Mars gets the Bulls on the board, splitting defenders for the 1-0 lead. How about Garrett Mangles finding the freshman Cam James? 2-0 lead. That's third quarter, by the way. But here come the Tigers. Luca El Mala scores in the crease to tie it at 2. Now El Mala finds Logan Cash. The deposit into the back of the net gives third seeded Northport 3-2 lead, and this never gets old. Sergeant Andrew Miller, the pole goal, the future Army commit. Northport wins a 3rd straight Suffolk title. Salute the future cadet of Army, Andrew Miller. An incredible moment. He lives for these moments, as do his teammates. Again, maybe not the expected route for Northport, but here they are again.
Yeah, and you mentioned Miller too, and we'll talk about him in a second too, but he had such a great game against Half Hollow Hills in the rain as well. Did a little bit of everything. He had the pole goal, good facilitator, great defender. He's going to be a huge matchup problem for Farmingdale. I can't wait to see how the likes of Brendan O'Keefe, Caden Lennon, those guys go up against Sergeant Miller. It should be a fun one today.
Let's take a look at our players to watch, right? First, how about for the Dalers of Farmingdale?
And that's it. There it is right there. Brendan O'Keefe, 81 points on the year. I mean, he's been a great Daler. He'll be a great Dane. And then Matt Pantorno, also the pole goal. I know that's the quickest way to your heart, Dylan. The Manhattan commit. He's been fantastic. Does a good job of switching between man defense and zone defense, really anchoring that defensive crew for the Dalers.
Yeah, that number 50 for Farmingdale, a special number. That means that you are preseason expect to be the best defender, and Pantorno has certainly lived up to that honor. Let's take a look at the players to watch now for Northport. And we kind of gave it away a little bit a moment ago with Sergeant Andrew Miller. But there you see on the other side, this is a great sort of contrast here from the young gun to the old guy. Delaberti, what a season as a sophomore, 59-30 as really that alpha of the attack for the Tigers. And Miller, those numbers, every time I see them every year that he does this, it still is remarkable. As a long pole, how involved he is on the attack, in addition to being that secretary of the Northport defense as well. 23-12 for Miller. He has been outstanding all year. And listen, now he's counting down. This is his last chance to win an LIC. Looking for another last chance to win a state championship. So graduation around the corner, prom. So all these big kind of ticket items are all right here for Andrew Miller.
What's cool about Miller, too, like you said, too, he can just play so many positions at the next level. It's fun to see his progression.
So we also have a great goaltending matchup today, and that goaltending matchup is presented by the folks at Breakout Goaltending Academy. And for more on that, we send it down to the field to our Jared Veluzzi.
Thanks, guys. This goaltending matchup is going to be outstanding, and we're going to start off with the Dalers as Michael Ippoliti, after being at St. Dominic's at the start of his high school career, has came back to Farmingdale, and all he's done is make an argument as the top goalie on Long Island. With a 60% save percentage, Ippoliti has been solid, and he's a big reason why the Dalers have won 13 straight. He had an amazing performance against Port Washington with 8 saves on 11 shots, as he's going to have to be good today, as Northport, a very good team on offense, and their goaltender, Michael Tittman, has been phenomenal for the Tigers. Northport had a gauntlet to get to the LIC, beating Hills, who is a very talented offense, Ward Melville, and of course Smithtown East, which you guys highlighted. Tittman had to step up, and he has a 70% save percentage in the playoffs. He has been doing his thing, and both goalies are looking to put on a show here today. Back up to you guys.
John, that double save right there was ridiculous, right?
It was insane. 2 for $1, as Brian Soper likes to say, too. I mean, there are times where we'll say that a goalie is standing on his head. He literally could stand on his head and make the saves today.
Let's look at the tail of the tape now between these two fine programs here in Class A, and you see the records. They are the same. The goals for virtually the same. The big difference here is the Dalers, nobody has a better goals against average coming into this. Of all the teams, than the Dalers do. Only 4.6. The titles, hey, they're similar too. The only difference here is the Dalers haven't done it in a while.
It's been quite a while for Farmingdale, and who better to lead them that way than Mike Hungerford. He's been a Daler at heart, obviously remembers them for all these years. Having said that, though, Dylan, we were talking about the other schools in this day, Manhasset, Cold Spring Harbor. Farmingdale, for their conference, has to play the best teams on Long Island, and that, they can't avoid them, they can't duck them, and this is what they've put up against some of the best competition this year, too. Dale is certainly poised for it, and Northport, the defending champs, they're ready for this moment. Doesn't matter if they're a 5 seed, a 10 seed, whatever they are, the Tigers are ready.
And you see it in their logo, right? Decades of excellence. That's what the Dalers are all about. So the face-off X, so critical in any game, especially in a championship game. We've got another fun one in terms of that. This face-off breakdown by Jared is brought to you by the folks at the Face-Off Academy. Jared, what do we got here?
Thanks, guys, and I have to say this might be the best face-off matchup of the entire day, as it's a true heavyweight battle between CJ Mangio and Dylan Baumgarth. We're going to start off with the face-off guy from Farmingdale, as Mangio has shown at times to be the guy in Nassau County Class A, as he absolutely has taken over games against Massapequa. He changed the outcome of that one, and Farmingdale couldn't stop scoring after that, and he's going to have to be good because sophomore sensation Dylan Baumgarth is more than battle-tested. In Suffolk County Class A, he had to go against upperclassmen headed to Division I schools left and right, and all he did was come out with a 74% face-off percentage. Baumgarth has been terrific. He's quick. He wins it to himself, and this one is a true battle of the Titans, and everyone should really be looking forward to it. Guys, back up to you.
Awesome stuff, Jared. And yeah, listen, another one of these reasons why you get excited about this game, right? Because the goalie matchup, the face-off matchup, the strength on attack against the strength on defense. Again, I think this is why it sets up to be a classic.
It's going to be a classic. I can't wait for this one, and I'm so glad that I'm here to watch it.
So it's Farmingdale and Northport, and again, Northport looking for a third straight, and Farmingdale, it's been a few years since they've been in this game and winning this game, but it's going to be a lot of fun. There's no doubt about it. We will send it down to the field now, where Jared has Northport's head coach, Larry Ceresi, with him.
Hey, Coach, coming into this one, what are the keys to come out on top against a great team like Farmingdale?
Yeah, Farmingdale is a very aggressive team, so are we. So we just have to be able to keep our composure, manage our emotions, and play a complete game.
And of course, this is the third straight LIC you guys have come to. What does it take to win 3 in a row?
It takes a community effort. We've got a great support staff from our school district, our community, our parents, our coaches, and the effort of the boys. It's a lot of hard work, and I'm really proud of them.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
Oh, absolutely.
Back up to you guys.
Thanks so much, Jared. Thanks so much to Larry as well. Best of luck to the Tigers. Quick break here as we come back, and we'll hear from Mike Hungerford as well. You're watching all the pre- and post-game coverage of the Long Island Boys Lacrosse Championships right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsburgh, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your event or make the experience better for your viewers, reach out to Varsity Media today and learn more about our live sportscast. Contact Varsity Media at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Today's LIC pre- and post-game shows are brought to you in part by Legacy Lacrosse. Legacy Lacrosse offers programs for boys and girls of all ages. Get in front of some of the best lacrosse programs in the nation with current head coaches from local and national schools set to be in attendance at those tryouts. Registration is now open for the July tryouts, so sign up today.
Welcome back to Laval Stadium here at Stony Brook University. The pre-game coverage of the Class A championship game between Northport and Farmingdale. We heard from Northport's head coach, Larry Cerese, and now let's hear from our good friend, Mike Hungerford of Farmingdale. Jared is with him now on the field.
Coach, in the postseason, your defense has been tremendous. What's been working so well on that side of the field?
I think we have great preparation. We do a great job scouting the other teams, the opponent, try to take away the knowns, what they do so well, and the kids are bought into the plan, following the plan, and then sometimes on defense the plan goes awry. You just got to play. It's got to be dialed in with each other and have good teamwork and rely on the man next to you, and they've been very good at that.
Now you're going against a really good team within Northport. What are some of the keys to come out on top today?
I don't think it's any different than what we've been doing. You just got to play your game. You got to come and you got to, we got to ride. We got to pick up ground balls, and we got to play defense. I think we've been harping on since day one. If we do those things, if that's good enough, it should be good enough. If it isn't, we're going to shake the hand and go home, and we did the best we could do.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you very much.
John and Dylan, back up to you guys.
Mike Hungerford.
I love the thumbs up at the end.
Yeah, right,
there's two different Mike Hungerfords, and for those of you that have had the chance to work with him, there's Fun Mike, who is the analyst, and he'll joke, and he's very loose-lipped, which is great. And then you get Coach Hungerford, who, well, he's like Fort Knox and not going to give too much. But to be honest with you, Dylan, it's what's been working for him this year.
It has been, and you feel great for him, as you mentioned, right? A Daler lifer was in that cage a few years ago, playing for Farmingdale, and now he's on the sideline trying to lead his Dalers to a state championship. One thing I know that Mike loves is our food reviews. Now he can't do that. I think he trades that in for a Long Island championship, but what he's missing is going to be Mike's Underground Pizza.
Yeah.
Maybe we could save a slice for him, perhaps.
We'll see. I don't know if the win's going to knock the pizza over or whatever, but hey, you know what? If they win, maybe we'll give Hungerford a couple of slices.
We'll see. Our food review of Mike's Underground from Amityville is coming up next, right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Are you a local business looking to advertise? Well, Varsity Media is the perfect place for you. We offer affordable rates both inside our live stream broadcast and through our social media channels. With coverage all over Long Island targeting the 16 to 54 demographic, why not take advantage and advertise today? For pricing and inventory availability, contact us today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Stretch Flow specializes in neuromyofascial stretch therapy and was developed by Kyle Collier during his work with thousands of patients over the past 10 years. Our techniques are specifically designed to help your body recover faster, improve overall function and mobility, as well as bring your body into balance. After our sessions, clients have experienced pain reduction, elimination and reduced inflammation in the joints, reduction in stress, improved athletic performance, better sleep, and more energy overall. You can try out Stretch Therapy for just $30. That's 50% off our intro session using the code VARSITY. Call us today to schedule your appointment at 516-336-9627. Looking for a competitive edge on the field? Look no further than String It Up. Our expert stringers have years of experience in crafting the perfect pocket for your playing style. Whether you prefer a high pocket or a low pocket, we've got you covered. Get the edge you need to dominate the competition. Visit String It Up at 41 Stewart Avenue in Huntington Village or on the web at www.stringitup.com.
Welcome back to Laval Stadium here at Stony Brook University. Part of our pre- and post-game coverage of the Long Island Boys Lacrosse Championships. John Perez to my left and the food connoisseur himself, Brian Soper to my right.
No bib.
No, but I dressed up. Mike's Underground, they deliver pizza in a shirt and tie or a suit, so I decided to dress up for the occasion.
So listen, this is the best of the best, right, in terms of lacrosse, right? It's elite-level lacrosse on the field behind us all day long. So, of course, for our final food review of the season, we bring out the elite pizza of Long Island, right? Mike's Underground, the best around there. You see it, authentic New York-style pizza, Mike's of Amityville.com. And listen, we've raved about them before, right? I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, I take pride in the idea of pizza being one of my talents, and it's definitely something memorable. And even looking up this year online, they can special deliver it to like special locations, like Allen, Burns Park. You can get a pie delivered, and a guy wearing a suit and a tie. So
how great is that?
It's just unbelievable.
Now, one thing to note: John Perez has not had the Mike's Underground experience yet. You and I have, but John has not.
I'm super excited. I've heard great things about it, and like you said, they'll come to the middle of, I don't know, what'd you say, a woodshed or whatever, these remote places, with the white gloves and the three-piece suit.
There's a gazebo in Amityville.
Right.
If you got a text, it's such a cool experience.
Even though we had it, though, we got Roni, we got a vodka Sicilian, we got Roni and Regatta Sicilian, so, we may have had it one time, but we definitely haven't had this assortment.
Time to pop the boxes, boys, you think?
Let's do it.
All right. So let's show you what we got here. Hopefully the wind here at Laval doesn't blow Mike's. I think we're pretty confident in that. The weight of these boxes
pies
are going to be
not
good.
going to be flying all over the place.
So John Perez has the pepperoni. I've got here the vodka Sicilian. And Soap, you've got the Sicilian,
Roni, and Regatta.
That looks like the winner right now, but...
Yeah.
And remember, too, these Sicilian slices, they come from the bottom over here, right? That's the slice, dude. Like,
oh, wow.
It's part of it.
You could just feel the crisp in your hand as you're before you even bite it.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, I got to try all three afterwards.
I mean, unbelievable, right?
Very good.
Very good. Like I said, the best of the best in lacrosse right now, Long Island, and arguably the state, country, are here, and it seems only right that we have the best of the best.
I'm a Sicilian fan. I'm a Roni fan. Putting it all together into one bite and add the ricotta cheese on it, 10 out of 10.
Anybody who knows me, I got to have my peps. So with that said, pepperoni's been fantastic, too. It's very light, which is good, too, not heavy, so... I mean, I could eat this whole pie. I know the rest of the crew wouldn't be too happy about that, but it's fantastic.
You don't have that opportunity.
No.
There's some hungry people behind these cameras right now.
Oh, yeah, they're salivating.
There's people flocking. The police now arriving over here, right?
I thought we did something wrong, but they're looking at the pies.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about it.
It's not us. It's definitely not us.
Yeah.
They're looking at the pies, but, you just hope things live up to the hype, right? The first game lived up to the hype. Matatuck's hanging tough there now. And this pizza definitely lived up to the hype.
So listen, again, it's Mike's Underground. The experience is worth it. Again, right? Like you said, they come with the suit. You got a text. their dough is fermented, right? So that you only have certain days you can even get it. It's an incredible, awesome experience. Mike's Underground, we're so thankful.
It just feels special when you're
Right?
eating it. Like
Right?
it's almost like you're doing something that's wrong or illegal, but it tastes so good. So just unbelievable stuff.
I'll take the drive out. I live in Queens. I'll drive out to Amityville or whatever, the middle of the woods, wherever Mike's will pick it up.
No, listen, you just text them
All right.
and you say, I'll meet you at the gazebo.
All right.
We're there. We're good.
There you go.
All right. Mike's Undergrounds. As Mike Hungerford, who's about to do battle, right, in the A championship game would say, they have passed the test.
Forget about it.
Thanks so much, Mike's on the ground. Back more with more coverage of the pre- and post-game here at the Long Island Boys Lacrosse Championships, all right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.